Monday morning. Of course, there's been flood damage coming in ever since we started hearing about it. It was a system that began Saturday night early into Sunday morning. This morning, we take you live right away at where the heavy rains led to massive flooding in Houghton County, and that is where Aaron Carrata is right now. Aaron, how are things looking on the ground right now this morning?
Not very good. As you can see behind me, Vicki, if there is ground, that's what it looks like. And that's a Taco Bell sign and basically the aftermath of what's going on here as I try to gather as much information as I can. From what I've gathered and the quick conversations that I've had since we arrived, we came in on the 41 from Marquette into town. It was open. When we got closer to Houghton, it went down to one lane. But you've seen the aftermath of the rain. And what's happened is the culvert systems with the grate and the catch basins have been flooded by various things that you see here, like debris, leaves. And what happens is when that overflows, it comes on land and it comes on the street, and it came all the way down from all the way behind me all day yesterday. So now it's dried up. It's got a little bit of aftermath, but as I go this way, we approach a street where I am right now. Basically, this is a popular M26 street, and behind me is Sharon. So M26 turns into Memorial Road right here, Vicki, and this is Sharon Drive. And as you can see, the water came flying down here all day yesterday. It was like a waterfall, according to the city guy that I spoke with. Right down there is the creek that it all started with too, which I believe is called the Heron Creek. So it's just a combination of all these tributaries and everything that's happening, and it's causing this erosion. The good news is that the city's under control. They've got, their staff is out. If you see right behind me, there's 2 city workers in the trucks. Everything's marked off. M26 and Memorial Drive is open, but the side streets like this are obviously closed. The damage and the repair process, I don't know what's going to happen yet. We've got a couple interviews coming up next in the next half hour, Vicki, and you can keep checking in with us as I get more information as we go from here. But for right now, I'm live in Houghton. Aaron Carrata, TV6 News.
Thank you very much, Aaron. And of course, started up this morning, Aaron Carrata is in Houghton this morning. And I know, Aaron, you're keeping an eye on the situation for us on the ground this morning. How are things looking?
I am. Good morning, Vicki. They're not looking great, to say the least. Walmart is behind me, and where I'm about to show you is literally where the road meets the ruins, as you can see behind me. And basically what this is the corner of Ridge Street and Razorback Road. It's literally gone. And what's happening is Heron Creek has just kind of expanded its damage, which is what you're looking at too. It seems as if, from the brief conversations that I've had with city workers, that it's a combination of the culverts, the catch basins, the grates, and everything that would normally catch the rain has been flooded with all the roughage that you see. And it's just caused a massive waterfall. Like yesterday, this was all water that was flying down. So when we reported earlier this morning, you saw the Taco Bell sign, and now this is pretty iconic street here, and that's the damage that's done. It's literally gone. And this is just one of many that we're learning about. So when we come back, Vicki, I'm going to try to get a couple more interviews in a couple more different locations. But as you can see, there's certainly some closures on the side roads. The good news is that streets like the main one, M26, is fine. It is open, but when you have to take the rights or you have to go to Walmart, you're going to have to be careful on your alternate routes. For right now, I'm live in Houghton. Aaron Carrata, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much. Here on a Monday morning is what is happening in Houghton County today. This morning, Aaron Carrata is live on the scene, letting us know what things are looking like on the ground this morning. I know, Aaron, you've been keeping an eye on that, and a lot of the road closures, it looks like south of the Portage Lift Bridge, things are starting to get some improvement.
They are, Vicki, and good morning. I've just confirmed that the roads are clearing up. We've got a lot of city workers giving various information. I can't get anybody to be on camera yet, but that will be coming up next. As you can see, there's no breakfast burritos this morning. This is the aftermath of what's happened. The drive-through is literally now the Heron Creek through, and that's exactly what you're looking at. You can see how the Heron Creek has basically flooded because there's things like that we're learning about, like the granite and the catch basins that have just overflowed, and it's caused this huge, massive waterfall that came down through here just a few days ago. Now I'm going to take you to one other spot as we go through here, Vicki, because this is a side street, and we're on Sharon, as you can see, and the city workers are in front of me. They're kind of blocked off this various different side streets. Memorial Drive is right in front of me, but up here you're looking at the damage, which is basically sinkholes from the aftermath too. And there's even cars. You're looking at a fiber optic cable line that's going through here, which would cover all your fiber optic capabilities, including going live to you like we are now. And there's, you know, just various things here. So it is one of the most interesting and devastating things at the same time. And we're telling people not to come out and take pictures because there are a lot of unsafe areas. But I'll take you next in the next slot here, Vicki, to Agate Street, where it's more of a residential side of things, and you'll have a different look as it opposes to the commercial side. But for right now, I'm Aaron Carrata, live in Houghton, TV6 News.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you very much, Sean. And now that we know that there is hope on the horizon, Aaron, we're joining you up in Houghton. The devastation on Agate Street, it's just jaw-dropping.
Yeah, it is. And it's nothing but dropped pavement, as you can see behind me. It's literally right off of College Avenue. The only street that you can come up to get to Agate is one block up. There's plenty of rubbish, but I want to introduce you to Tom, who is one of the residents here. Good morning.
Hi, Aaron. Good morning. This is my wife, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi,
how are
nice
you?
to meet you.
So yesterday was pretty much havoc.
Yeah, we woke up during the night, and we could see there was going to be a problem. We could see the road was washing away. And then when daylight came, it just boggled the mind how much sand was piled up here. This is just a small sample. They worked about 8 hours yesterday just moving the sand away.
And have you had any word on what is happening for you guys today? How's everything inside?
Well, we have water, and we have natural gas. Our neighbors here, they shut the gas off right away at the sorority house, or evidently there was a problem. One of their cars is still buried in mud, as you can see there, that red vehicle over there. And across the street, there were three vehicles that were buried up over the axle, up to the trunk, basically.
You used to be a mayor here. Have you ever seen?
No, nothing like this.
You were the mayor, right?
I was, yes. Right. So this is a tragedy throughout the city. This appears to be the worst north-south street. That at least the length of it is and just a few years ago, within 5 years, they put new water and sewer lines under the street. So now it has to be redone again.
Clearly, Vicki, it's something that no one's seen before. This is just part of it. There's other areas that we haven't been able to get to yet, but I'm glad that you gave us some time this morning.
And I just like to say we have an appreciation for the Department of Public Works. They were out here yesterday working,
yeah,
and our neighbors.
7 hours moving sand here.
And the younger people, the college students here, have been just terrific.
Yeah, really good, really helpful.
Thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks,
really appreciate it. As you can see, Vicki, there's definitely some positivity going on, and although it's a catastrophic thing that no one's ever seen before, there is great help from the city, who I've been working with constantly this morning, and I wish I could get to all the other areas, but unfortunately I can't. It's just not enough time in the day. But for right now, I'm live in Houghton. Aaron Carrata, TV6 News.
All right, thanks, Aaron. We'll catch up with you in just a little bit also for a little bit more of what's going on. Thank you so much. Our continuing coverage of the weekend flooding coverage this morning, going live with Aaron Carrata. He is in Houghton this morning telling us more about the flood damages up in that area. So Aaron, I know you've been keeping an eye on one area in particular here this last time. What's it looking like?
Yeah, good morning, Vicki. I'm now on the residential side, and behind me is Houghton Street and Agate. So as you can see, this is the residential version of Agate and what's happened overnight. And basically, this morning around 5 o'clock and 5:30, we were on the commercial side of things with a Taco Bell, and now you see the residential. And what is that exactly has happened is there's various tributaries, there's various streams, and there are things called culverts, and there are things called drains like below, and it's a matter of catching this water, but we've had so much of it come down that it's just not possible, and then it overflows, and this is what you've seen as an aftermath of exactly that. I'll walk down a little bit farther. This morning we talked to Tom, who is a residential who lives right down here. He's not with us this morning anymore, but he did explain to us that the water was coming down, Vicky, so hard that they didn't even leave. You see the car that was obviously still left there. It looks like it happened pretty quickly, but the good news is that the water's still running. People are advised to boil it, but the city workers are out here, and I've been visiting with them all morning. And although they don't want to be on camera, they have been nothing but great help. They're telling us which streets to go on. So if you do have to get out and you're not going to go too far, stay on the main streets, as you can see, not the side ones. For right now, Vicky, that's pretty much a wrap for everything we've done in Houghton this morning. I'm going to go live on Facebook to give you another side of Portage area with the bridge too, but that'll be on Facebook on our social media site just after 7 o'clock. But for right now, I'm live in Houghton. Aaron Carrata, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Aaron, for keeping us up to speed with what's happening in that area. Your TV6 Morning News will be right back with another look at some more of the road closures up in that area and things you need to know as we continue with flood coverage.